population productive. Like, and hats off to Finso. I mean, out here people wouldn't look at selling vegetables, like, that's not your scene if you're an educated person, but he's just turned it around. I order from Let's Local from my Instagram page, and he's supporting all the rural, like, farmers. And so there are a lot of young people with really good ideas. It's the IT age, but somewhere along the way the municipality has to step in and make sure that the subletting is less, so that our young people get a fair chance.
Yeah, I mean, subletting has been a problem, and it's an attitudinal problem. It's not.
Yeah, it's a mentality. Yeah,
it's the whole rent-seeking instinct that people have. But I mean, picking up from something that you said, I mean, if you can get your thoughts and experiences on that as well. When you said the way people look at entrepreneurs has not changed, right? When you walk into a government office, the first reaction, oh, you didn't get a government job. And you see, I mean, like, what we got to also recognize in this is a group, I mean, all of you come from privileged backgrounds compared to what a lot of other entrepreneurs might be going through. So if you had to go through that, of the paperwork not getting done in time, or I mean, it would require a phone call to get these things, like, speeded up and things like that. So, I mean, one is, like, I've always had this problem of a person who doesn't want to be a government servant, right? Decides that he'll set up his own business, and then you make him wait outside an MLA's house or a panchayat's house early in the morning to get an NOC. I can't understand why that is required at all. And that is something that can be easily done away with, right? I mean, there are 110 other verifications that are done there. So I would like to, Sonam Pinso also to come in here. It's about, and Sonam has been in the line slightly longer, maybe things have changed by the time you got in, have the attitudes changed at all? Or do you still get that same, and is it important? Or is it just being able to do business good enough? The way people respond to the news that, like, you didn't join the cottage industry at GICI or something and started your own thing. I mean, that would have, like, 10 years back, that is what probably would have been done, right? The guy comes back with production design and that expertise, so cottage industry will also.
No, I think it's changed, to be honest. I think it's the environment is quite energetic now when it really comes down to, the whole shift towards, getting into entrepreneurship. But since this is such a young thing, I mean, also for me to say that I'm successful right now as an entrepreneur, I still have to wait for some more time because the whole thing is, we're still trying out the proof of concept, right? Whether this concept of creative mountain economy and whatever model that we are adopting, whether it works or not. Still have some more time to do that. But there has been a major shift, in the conversations, at a school level, people are, encouraging teachers and, this fraternity, they are encouraging entrepreneurship. At a village level, they are doing it. Of course, we can always debate about whether it's entrepreneurship or self-employment, whatever. Yes. But there is this whole shift of people trying out things. They see some dalle and they see something as, I can mix this, can I sell it in the market? Even if they don't sell it, but they'll try doing it. So there is this whole very interesting thing, because I think it's not only a local phenomenon, it's a global phenomenon right now. And it's also because you're seeing so much content online, you're getting inspired left, right and center. So it's a very exciting time to see innovation and to see a major interest in, like, a non-government thing. However, when I say that, I think there's nothing, it's not like, entrepreneurs versus government thing. Yeah. It's not that. It's about finding alternatives. It's about finding new sectors, because multiple sectors have opened up today. We can't even call it a sector because it's the beginning of a thing right now. So I feel that now, I think these attitudes are changing, and I think, even parents, I've seen a lot of parents also saying, don't worry if you don't get a government job and whatever, you went to all sorts of, masters and PhDs, and you don't. People are now accepting the fact that, it's better to, if somebody has some passion, something, It's better to push that person to, you know, doing that. And I think the local ecosystems from the point of view of government, central as well as the state, those are there. You know, you have the, you name it, you know, the schemes are all there. The stuffs are, I mean, the only problem is that, you know, there are too many steps. You know, it's a very, very straightforward thing. You know, if I have a lot of money and I want to do business, I just need a consent at home, and then I need to go to the bank, take a loan, and do whatever I have to do. It's a very straightforward thing. But now here we are trying to create so many safeguards. No? We are saying that, okay, let's just help the entrepreneur so that he or she won't fail. And we are so scared of failures. You know, my entire career has been of failures. You know, and and if you don't try it out, how else will you know? You know, either you do that, or I just going to, you know, pick a template saying, okay, what is my most successful friend doing? You know, I'll try it out here. You know, so the success rate probably there is like 50-60% is a success rate. So I'll just do that only. I won't apply my mind. I won't apply my intelligence. So there is, I can very confidently say, not only in Gangtok, it's not an urban concept anymore. It's a very rural concept. You have people in villages, in everywhere, not only in Sikkim, everywhere, actually trying out some very interesting ideas of entrepreneurship. I think this is very exciting right now. The whole, and also another thing I wanted to add on, very short one, is also if the GMC can start looking at itself also as an enterprise, because it's a corporation. It is, if you look at the whole independent, the key word is independent. No? The GMC can literally be financially independent. You know, it is not dependent on government sources. It has all revenue channels. It has a GST. It has everything. It can invest. It can create business incubators. It can create ecosystem. Can create open up all public spaces for entrepreneurs to use for their own enterprise on a rental basis or whatever temporary thing. There's so many ways the GMC and the entrepreneur ecosystem can engage into creative business. They need not just fund. We can just collaborate.
It would not even require any grand policy changes. It's like already there.
So GMC just invites us, saying, okay, why are we looking at investors outside? We, as an entrepreneur, want to invest if they want to come in as collaborators. You know, so we have to change this. And my only thing is that I know that there are at least 5 guys that I know who I'm very excited about, who I feel that, you know, if they get a chance, probably they could change things. You know, at least I will definitely participate, you know, engage, because they are independent, you know.
Yeah,
so for me,
it's not colored.
Yeah, so I can just engage at an independent level, right?